Hello and welcome to a video, the second of my series for this week in July for the Circus stamp set and also the colors of chocolate chip, rich raspberry, and pumpkin pie. The card that I'm going to show you how to create today is this one here, and I'm just showing you a few things of the card using the stamps on the top, using the new rich raspberry ribbon through the center, and then adding in some of the vanilla hodgepodge there. And through the process of this video I will show you how to assemble that piece there and be able to use those vanilla hodgepodge pieces. This video is for July 22 for Wednesday. Right now the vanilla hodgepodge is on sale. It comes in the blue box. Normally it's $29.99 US dollars. I've used quite a few things. You get a lot of brads. There's some ribbon slides that I'm out of. Actually, here's one right in there, and these guys go nice with the small oval punch. That's a square. This is a rectangle. Missing some other little gadgets in there, and those circle ones there are what I'm going to use tonight. But awesome value, especially at $18.99. I think it's an awesome value at $29.95, so you can't go wrong with $18.99. Stampin' Sandy is my website. You can order online. It's shipped directly to your house, or you can shoot me an email at sandy@stampinsandyh.com. My website's up at the top of the screen there, so you can see that. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put this card together using some of the stamps and so on out of this Circus stamp set. I'm also using the colors of chocolate chip, rich raspberry, and pumpkin pie. Rich raspberry is one of the new in colors. This is the Circus stamp set. It is new in this year's catalog. I think $28.95. But there's such a variety of stamps in there. For this card, I'm only going to use about the top third of the card. Kind of just break your finger into thirds if you want to say. And I just hold it on there like so. Sorry to reach across the screen like that. That was awful. All right, rich raspberry for this big guy here. And I'm going to stamp him about like so. I'm going to add him in a little bit up at the top and a little bit over here. I think I said, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, that you should start with your largest image first and then work to some of your smaller images. So that's why I start with that large piece. My next smallest piece is my little circle, my squiggly circle here, and I'm going to be doing that in chocolate chip. So I'm going to add that at the top there, add that in about right like so, and maybe one like that. So that's that, and then my other image, I don't know what that little gadget is. A motif maybe? And add him in pumpkin pie. So add him in over there. Just a few times randomly. I'm trying, as I said, cut my card in thirds. That ribbon, if you remember, is going to run through the center. So if you're not exactly perfect, it's not that big a deal. All right, I'm also going to quickly just stamp a sentiment from the Teeny Tiny Wishes, and this is Teeny Tiny Wishes. Hopefully I can get that all on the screen at the same time there. Tons of fun stamps in there. It's 24 stamps. It's new this catalog. I think, if I remember correctly, $36.95. I'm going to stamp Happy Anniversary at the bottom there, like so. All right, then on to this ribbon gadget. I'm going to be using a couple pieces out of the vanilla hardware. Here's what I'm going to do. Piece of rich raspberry ribbon. I cut it about 7.5 inches long. I'm going to go ahead and each corner, or each end, I'm going to trim off those directions, okay? I would really only have to do one, but I did both. And you know what? This polka dotted rich raspberry ribbon, the polka dots are white, and my cardstock here is vanilla, and you know, I thought that when I put it with the vanilla, the white polka dots would really stand out, but I'm finding that it really is not the case. So I'm going to use the polka dotted side. Before I start with this piece of the vanilla hodgepodge, I'm going to start with this piece, which is a great big brad. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of lay it on my card here and decide where that brad is going to kind of end up. About like so. I'm centering, what I have here is a little strip of rich raspberry ribbon. It's about 4 inches long. And I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to open up this brad just with my fingers, okay, like so. Then what I'm going to do is wrap it around these two pieces of ribbon. So now I am going to the back side, and what happens is it, you know, in sewing terms, is it kind of just gathers up that ribbon. It's really not that tough to bend back. Maybe if you have carpal tunnel or something, I'm not sure, but it kind of just gathers it up real nice. Can you see that? And when you bend your tines back, you might have to bend them a little bit at an angle so you can't see them poke through the other side. I think if I went exactly up and down that you would be able to see that, but you can't. All right, then what I'm going to do is take this piece and I am going to feed it this side through this hole. All right, and this side through, if I can get it through there, sorry about that, through that hole. All right, and just pull it taut, center that brad across the top there. You might have to mess around with the back sides of your ribbon a little bit just so they lay a little bit flatter. Really, in the scheme of things, isn't that big a deal. All right, and then I'm just going to trim off. Love, love, love this scissor from Stampin' Up! I think it's $29.95. I mark it with a ribbon, so that reminds people when they're using it, don't cut paper with it, or Sandy will maybe add one to your order. You know, stranger things have happened. Actually, never happened. I wouldn't do that. Okay, with my grid paper, how do I know that I'm putting my ribbon on straight? Well, what I would do is flip my ribbon over, and I would put a little tape through there and a little tape through here. But how do I know it's going to be straight? Well, first of all, line up your piece of vanilla paper with any set of grids. So I just lined it up. It's all along a dotted set there. Can you see that? I hope so. All right, maybe I could zoom in on with the camera just a touch here a little bit. And then you maybe be able to see that kind of thing a little bit better. Maybe I'll scoot it up a little. And I could center it on there a little. Something like so. So it's on a set of grid lines. Okay? Then what I'm going to do with this ribbon is find a good set of grid lines to line it up at. So I think I'm going to snap it down on this set right here, and then on this side line it up with that same set of grid lines. So I lined it up here. I'm actually up 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5 right there, and I lined that left side up with that same one and this right side with that one. So then I know my ribbon is across there straight. All right, flip it over and either put tape onto your cardstock or tape onto your ribbon. It really wouldn't matter. And both sides. Flip that back, then you're going to use some tape. Remember, this is snail, so you don't have to cover your whole card. I love it if you do, if it's your own snail and you purchased it. But you really don't have to. Then I have a piece of rich raspberry paper. It is 8.5 by 11, and I've folded it in half, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'll zoom out on this a little bit, and there you go. And then that is going to get mounted onto the front of the card. For dimensions of the Very Vanilla, it is 5 1/4 across by 4 inches tall. So I matted a 1/4 inch down from the original size. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I hope you learned something new about pinching with that little fantastic brad. Be a little careful if you put it in the mail. That'll get pretty squished, so padded envelope maybe, or if it's cross country, you know, get on a plane and give it to them. All right, have a fantastic day. If you need any help with anything, stampinsandyh.com is my website. Everything you need to know is out there, my email address, and so on. Have a fantastic day.